second prophecy. Let's put this president of Burkina Faso in a prayer. When you see Moses not praying, sending prophecies as prayer points. Hey, 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 hey. The world will shake at this falling of this leader. But I pray for Burkina Faso. That he may not fall on ground. Father, I pray for this president of Burkina Faso. I pray as a prophet. Burkina Faso, let prophets pray for this leader not fall on the ground. If this coup is successful in the capital, million people will lose citizenship in that land. Million people will lose citizenship in Burkina Faso. Father, thank you for not allowing your children to lose citizenship and acquire a citizenship in heaven that is free. There is a free citizenship in heaven where you know you will not come back to claim another citizenship. Father, we are still ready to remain on the claiming list of those who come to occupy the free citizenship in heaven. Don't take us unaware. Father, thank you. I pray for the month through us. Of September, October, and November in Burkina Faso. Not to be a month of pride, not to be a month of fear, not to be a month of pity, not to be a month September, not to be a month of agony to the whole land. Father, I thank you. Where is my joy that God is aware? That God is aware that the commander and the chief of armed forces in Burkina Faso was once a rebel and now a rebel in the force. This is my joy. That for one to be called the commander-in-chief, he must know all these dynamics. Otherwise, those who went to the bushes to seek for love of the nation, they will surprise you. Burkina Faso. To be ruled by a militia, you will suffer, says the Lord. But I thank you for identifying where the common source of this confusion in the whole nation of Burkina Faso is coming from. The junta powers, the commanders that are now shaking the land, guarding the villages and leading the city, when they know without the guide of the Lord in the city, no village is safe. Father, thank you. Father, I thank you. Father, I thank you. For those in Uganda who wish to contribute prayer to Burkina Faso, imagine if today they bring the commander of coining of the Lord Resistance Army to be the CDF today, and there is a confusion in town, then you will know how people will react. This is the same scenario. I'm giving you a picture of what may come along if this president of Burkina Faso looks at the parliament as an answer instead of looking at the army to reshuffle it as a solution. Father, thank you for guiding them all. Just changing the first three, the nation will be settled. But look at them as if they are the commanders of the whole world. We shall find you in the villages where you said you'll never return. Some people vowed never to return to their villages. The president of Burkina Faso has no village in that land. Unacquired breed. Shall know by the fruit of their children. By the fruit of their children. Some people don't know their villages. What a pity for a person to grow thinking that his home is the state house. This is danger to a nation. Father, we thank you for warning them as a warning. For warning them as a warning. Burkina Faso, may his crown not touch the ground. It is total danger. What is the mother saying? I pray that the wisdom of this title of the commander-in-chief comes back, that you will sharpen the military in Burkina Faso, says Moses.
In a dramatic turn of events, Burkina Faso's military government has announced the successful thwarting of a significant coup attempt aimed at overthrowing the military government led by Captain Ibrahim Traoré. The alleged plot, which was set to culminate in an assault on the presidential palace on April 16, 2025, was reportedly orchestrated by a network of current and former military officers collaborating with external terrorist leaders. Security Minister Mahamadou Sana revealed that the masterminds behind the coup were based in neighboring Ivory Coast. He identified two former Burkina Army officers, Major Joani Compaoré and Lieutenant Abdurrahmani Barre, as key figures in the conspiracy. The plotters allegedly sought to exploit religious and traditional leaders within Burkina Faso to sway military personnel into supporting their cause. In response to the failed coup, the Burkina government has intensified its crackdown on perceived dissent. Several individuals, including military personnel and civilians, have been arrested under suspicion of involvement in the destabilization efforts. This incident marks the latest in a series of coup attempts since Captain Traoré seized power in September 2022. Prior to this, the country experienced similar upheavals, including a fourth coup attempt in January 2024, where a network of serving and retired security personnel, along with civilians, conspired to destabilize the nation's institutions. The recurring nature of these attempts underscores the fragile political landscape in Burkina Faso, where the military junta continues to grapple with internal and external challenges to its authority. The alleged involvement of Ivory Coast in the coup plot has strained relations between the two neighboring countries. Burkina Faso's junta has frequently accused Ivory Coast of harboring exiled opponents and supporting efforts to destabilize the current regime. The Ivorian authorities have yet to comment on the latest allegations. The geopolitical ramifications of the failed coup in Burkina Faso stretch beyond the country's borders. The Sahel region, already plagued by jihadist violence and political instability, continues to be a hotspot for conflict and power struggles. Burkina Faso's involvement in the new anti-ECOWAS alliance, along with Mali and Niger, signals a significant shift in regional dynamics, one that could have lasting implications for the future of West Africa. The new alliance, which has distanced itself from ECOWAS and former colonial power France, has also drawn closer to Russia, seeking security partnerships in the face of ongoing jihadist insurgencies. This realignment has raised concerns in both the West and neighboring African states, who are unsure of how to respond to the increasing influence of Russia in the region. In particular, the growing influence of Russia, as well as accusations against Ivory Coast for harboring Burkinabe dissidents, point to the ongoing regional struggle for influence in an increasingly unstable Sahel. With Burkina Faso on the edge of a new political and security crisis, the situation in the region is poised to continue evolving in unpredictable and potentially dangerous ways. Your perspective matters. What do you make of Burkina Faso's major coup plot? Share your thoughts and insights in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the New Africa channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our informative future videos. Stay informed, stay engaged, and thank you for watching.